Okay, now you see the example number 1. Assam Coal Company Limited. Assam Coal Company Limited means it is a coal company, means it is a lessee. Raise coal Assam Coal Company Limited hold a lease of coal mine for a period of 10 years. Agreement is for 10 years. They hold a lease means they have taken the lease, means they are the tenants, they are the lessee. Commencing from 1971. Agreement started from 1971. According to the lease, company is to pay 75 paise royalty per ton of coal raised. You have to search the agreement points. First point required for you is what is the rate of royalty. Second point required is what is the minimum rent. And third point is what is the period for recovery of short working. And what is the condition regarding strike. These 4 points you have to collect from the problem. From the problem, you collect minimum 4 points and then prepare the chart. It is very easy to people. You sort the problem. From the problem, you collect 4 points. First point, what is the rate of royalty? The rate of royalty is 75 paise per ton with a minimum rent of rupees 15,000 per year. In this sentence, there are 2 points. One is rate of royalty 75 paise, minimum rent per year is 15,000. 2 points completed. Then short working can, however, be recovered out of the royalties in excess of minimum rent of the next 2 years only. This is the point regarding recovery of short working. How to recover the short working? Short working can be recovered in the next 2 years. This is the word you have to search regarding recovery of short working. Whether the word is first or next. There are 2 words regarding recovery of short working. So, I collected 3 points. One is rate of royalty 75 paisa. Second is minimum rent 15,000. Third is short working is to be recovered in the next 2 years. Next 2 years. Okay. And fourth point is regarding strike and lockout. In the year of strike, minimum rent is to be reduced to 60%. Whenever there is a stoppage of production due to strike or lockouts, the minimum rent is reduced to 60%. Minimum rent is 15,000. That minimum rent is reduced to 60% means you have to reduce that minimum rent to 60%. 60% of 15,000. I think it is 9,000. These are the 4 points you collect from the problem. Then prepare the chart. First point, you collect rate of royalty. Second point, you collect the minimum rent. Third point, you collect the how to recover the short working. Fourth point, you collect regarding the strike and lockout period agreement. Okay, 4 points clear. One is rate of royalty 75 paisa. Second is minimum rent 15,000. Recovery of short working is next 2 years. You have to search this word. Then minimum rent for the period of strike is 60%. This is the clue for you people. Now I'll prepare the royalty chart. This is my royalty chart, which is having required columns. In the first column, I write the year. Years are 1971, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. There are 6 years. The years given in the problem are 6. There are 6 years. And the strike is in the year 1976. You remember this. Okay. Second column, you take the production. That is called as output. 10,000, 12,000, 28,000, 25,000, 50,000, 15,000. This is the output. Then third column is rate of royalty. Rate of royalty is 75 paisa. You write correctly. Don't write 75. You write 75 paisa means 0.75. It is 0.75, not 75. Okay. 75 paisa is the rate of royalty for all the period. 75 paisa, 75 paisa. This is the rate of royalty. The next column is royalty. Royalty means output into rate. You multiply these two. Multiply output and rate. 10,000 into 0.75, 7,500. 12,000 into 0.75, 9,000. 28,000 into 0.75, 21,000. 25,000 into 0.75, 18,750. 50,000 into 0.75, 37,500. 15,000 into 0.75, 11,250. Okay, like this you multiply and calculate the royalty. Next point is minimum rent. What is the minimum rent? Minimum rent per year is 15,000. Okay, minimum rent given is 15,000. Every year 15,000. But one agreement is there. Whenever there is a strike, the minimum rent is to be 60%. You have to give consideration for the year of strike. Okay. First year 15,000, second year 15,000, third year 15,000, fourth year 15,000, fifth year 15,000, but sixth year that is 1976. 1976 there is a strike. Okay. Therefore, the minimum rent is to be reduced to 60%. Okay, you have to take 60% of minimum rent. 15,000 is the royal minimum rent. 60% of this is 9,000. 60% you take. This is the change you have to make. Revision or make changes in the amount of minimum rent in case of strike or stoppage of production. Okay, this is the change you have to make. 9,000. The next is short working. Okay, next column is short working. Short working is equal to minimum rent minus royalty. Minimum rent minus royalty. First year. Year wise you have to calculate. 15,000 minus 7,500. It is 7,500. 15,000 minus 9,000. 6,000. Then here it is not possible. Here is a royalty is more. Here also royalty more. Here also royalty more. Last year also royalty more. Short working is to be calculated only when royalty is less. Clear? For the remaining period, it is 0. It is 0 because royalty is more. The next column is excess. Excess is calculated only when royalty is more. Remember this point. Excess is to be calculated when royalty is more than minimum rate. First year, no excess. Second year, no excess. Third year, 21,000 minus 15,000, 6,000. Third year, next year, 18,750 minus 15,000. It is 3,750 excess. 37,500 minus 15,000, 22,500 is the excess. And 11,250 minus 9,000 is 2,250. Okay, this is the equation you follow. Excess is calculated. Next point is short working recovery. Recovery of short working. What is the point or agreement in connection with recovery of short working? Every year short working is to be recovered. Short working is to be recovered in the next 2 years only. Next 2 years only. For example, the first short working 7,500. 7,500 is the short working in the year 1971. In the year 1971, 7,500 is the short working. This is to be recovered in the next 2 years. Next 2 years means 1970 to 1973. Not more than this. Okay. Next 2 years means 72, there is no excess. 73, 6,000 is the only excess. Okay. This 6,000, out of this 6,000, you are permitted to recover. Okay. 7,500 is this short working. You recover 6,000. First year, no possible. Second year, not possible. Third year, 6,000 is possible. You recovered 6,000. This 6,000 is recovered, short working recovered out of short working of 7,500. Okay. Remaining 1,500. Out of 7,500, 6,000 recovered. 1,500 is the balance. 1,500 is the balance. This amount is not permitted to recover in the next year because time limit completed. Time limit over. Okay. Next 2 years completed. Therefore, 1,500, the balance is irrecoverable. Goes to next column. You see here. Out of 7,500, 6,000 is only recovered in the next 2 years, and balance 1,500 will not be recovered because time given completed. Okay, 7,500. Next come to the 6,000. This 6,000. For this 6,000, next 2 years. Next 2 years means 73, 74 years. 1973, 1974 are the time given. 6,000. For this 6,000, next 2 years means 73. 73, 6,000 excess, but it is already exhausted. It is exhausted. It is recovered. Okay, no possible. Then you go to next year. Here there is 3,750 is the excess. Here you can recover. Here you can recover 3,750. Out of 6,000, you recovers 3,750. 3,750. And balance of 2,250 is not possible to recover in the next year. Next year, 22,500 is the excess, but you are not permitted to recover because time limit completed. Time limit is over. Okay, next 2 years completed. Therefore, out of 6,000, 3,750 recovered and remaining 2,250 irrecovered. This is the point you have to remember. It is the complication one. Okay. Then short working 2 are there. 2 short workings. Decision is completed. In the remaining column, you put the 0. SWR. Like this, you put the 0. This is the situation. This is the situation you have to know. Then next is payment. Payment column is equal to royalty plus SW minus SWR. Remember this equation. Royalty column plus SW column minus SWR column. First year, 7,500 plus 7,500 minus 0, 15,000. 9,000 plus 6,000 minus 0. Third year, 21,000 plus 0 minus 6,000. It is 15,000. 18,000 plus 0 minus 3,750. 15,000. 37,500 plus 0 minus 0. 37,500. 11,250 plus 0 minus 0. 11,250. Like this, you prepare the chart. Okay. Then I'll tell you how to prepare the accounts. First account is royalty account. In the royalty account, you write debit side the date. Debit side to lessor, to landlord. Name is not given in this problem, so you write as to landlord. Credit side by P&L. Okay, you take this amount. The first account, royalty account, is prepared on the basis of this royalty column. I'll explain here only. You see here, this is the royalty column. Okay, on the basis of this, you have to prepare the royalty account. Debit side to landlord 7,500, credit side by P&L 7,500, total 7,500 both sides. First year complete. Second year, to landlord 9,000, by P&L 9,000, total 9,000. Second year complete. Third year, to landlord 21,000, by P&L 21,000. Account close. Fourth year, to landlord 18,750, by P&L 18,750, total complete. Next, the 1975, to landlord 37,500, by P&L 37,500. Last year, to landlord 11,250, by P&L 11,250. This is the first account. And second account, a landlord account. Landlord account is the lesser account that is prepared on the basis of royalty column and payment column. Okay, this payment column comes on the debit side. To bank. First year to bank 15,000, second year to bank 15,000, third year to bank 15,000, fourth year to bank 15,000, fifth year to bank 37,500, last year to bank 11,050. Like that, you write these amounts in the debit side to bank. And in the credit side, you write buy royalty 7,500, buy royalty 9,000, buy royalty 21,000, buy royalty 18,750, buy royalty 37,500, buy royalty 11,250. Like this, you write on the credit side. And every year you have to close and assert in the balance. That balance goes to short working. Already I explained. Okay. And third account, the short working account. Short working account is to prepared on the basis of three columns, right? Short working column, SW column, SWR column, SWIR column. On the basis of these three columns, you have to prepare the short working account. Remember this, how to prepare the short working account. If amount is in this column, you write as to landlord, and amount is in this column, you write by landlord. If the amount is in the SWIR column, by P&L. Like that you have to write. And every year you have to close. This one line considers 1 year. 1971 is nothing but it is 1 year information. 1972 is second year information. 1973 is the third year. Like this, one line is nothing but 1 year information. On the basis of this, you have to proceed. You see here, I'll show the account. Ledger accounts in the books of coal company, royalty account. You see here. 31st/12/1971, year and date. To lesser account, 7,500. 31st/12/71, by P&L, 7,500. Total 7,500, 7,500. This is first year complete. Second year date, 31st/12/72. To lesser account, 9,000. By P&L account, 9,000. Okay. Royalty column amount. Then third year, 1973. To lesser account, 21,000. By P&L account, 21,000. Total, 21,000. Okay. Fourth year, to lesser account, 18,750. Date, 5/30 P&L account, 18,750. Total, 18,750. 1975, to lesser account, 37,500. By P&L account, 37,500. 37,500. Total, 37,500 total. Last year, to lesser account, 11,250. By P&L account, 11,250. Total. Like this, you prepare the account. You see here, debit side to lesser. You write the year and date to lesser. Amount, royalty column. Credit side, year and date. By P&L account, amount, royalty column. Clear? This is the simple account. You remember this technique. Second account is lesser account. Instead of here lesser, you write the landlord account. You write landlord. Lesser is a common word. In this place, you take the landlord. Okay. This is the one account. And second account is lesser. Lesser means landlord account. This is the landlord account. In this account, debit side to bank. Every year, end date, you write every year end date. To bank, amount is from payment column. Credit side, by royalty, amount is from royalty column. You see here, 31st/12/71 to bank, payment column is 15,000. 31st 12 1971 line royalty column amount is 7,500. Okay, and you close the account, total is 15,000. Difference is 7,500. Okay, this difference is to be represented by short working. You write as short working. This is the point you remember. Debit side to bank, payment column. Credit side by royalty column. Whatever difference comes, you call that as a short working. Clear? Second year, to bank account 15,000, payment column. 31st 12/72 by royalty 9,000. Total is 15,000. Difference is 6,000. This is by short working account. Like this you write. Then third year, to bank account is 15,000. By royalty is 21,000. Okay. Now you see here, credit side is more. Credit side is more. Therefore, you take the total of credit side. Difference is debit side. You write this to short working. Okay. First year, second year, credit side deficit. Third year, debit side is deficit. Whatever may be the debit side or credit side, difference you represent short working. Clear? Third year. Fourth year, to bank 15,000. By royalty 18,750. Difference 3,750. 3,750 is the difference. This is too short working. Okay. Next, to bank account 1975, 37,500. By royalty 37,500. Take the total. Total is same. Both sides same. No problem. If difference comes, you write as a short working. Otherwise, no problem. 1976. To bank 11,250. By royalty 11,250. Total 11,250. No difference. Any problem? So debit side you write bank and take the amount from payment column. Credit side you write by royalty, take the amount from the royalty column. Close the account, ascertain the difference. Difference you write as short working. Debit side or credit side. If there is no difference, no problem. Clear? This is the second account. We see the third account. So third account is short working account. Short working account. In the short working account, to lesser, by P&L. Okay. Debit side date to lesser account SW 7,500. Debit side SW column, credit side SWR, SWIR column. Okay. This is the only amount in the 1971. In the 1971, SW column amount is 7,500. Other columns are 0. Therefore, you take the total and ascertain the balance. 7,500 total, by balance carried down 7,500. Then you write 1/1/1972, to balance brought down 7,500. First year complete, because first year there is only one amount. And in the second year also there is only one amount in the SW column. There is no amount in the SWR, SWIR. There is no amount in the SWR and SWIR. So you write the year and date. To lesser account 6,000. Okay. 6,000. This is from SW column. SWR, SWIR, no. Therefore, there is no item on the credit side. Close the account, ascertain the balance. By balance carried down 13,500. Total 13,500. 13,500 is the by balance carried down. To balance brought down 13,500. Okay, 13,500 is the to balance brought down. This is the second year completed. In the third year, there is no SW column amount. There is no SW amount column. And credit side, SWR and IR are there. Credit side, you write the rate. By lesser account, 6,000 SWR. By P&L account, 1,500. This is SWR, SWIR. SWR 6,000, SWIR 1,500. Close the account asserting the balance. Balance is 6,000. Buy balance carried down. Buy balance carried down. You write the date D2. And third year completed, fourth year 1/1/1974, two balance brought down 6,000. Then in the 1974, there is no SW. In the SWR, it is 3,750. By lesser account, by P&L account, by P&L account 2,250. It is SWIR column. And take the total, 6,000 is the total. If the balance comes, you write the balance, no problem. Okay. This is the sequence you remember for the accounts in the lessee book. Instead of writing a lessor, you write the landlord. Okay. For your convenience, I recorded as lessor, but you write as landlord. Remember this point. If name is not given, you write landlord. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see one more example.